Arizona Cardinals. Kicker Brian Johnson out there to get us started. And this one is underway here on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Back to throw. Gomez. He'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Freiermuth. 7 yards there and a first down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
I like it. I like it. I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game. And you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
On first down, it's Jenkins. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. These two teams, remember, met in Inglewood earlier in the year with the Rams coming out on top. So a win here in Arizona would give them the season sweep. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Off play action. Gomez. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to upload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. They'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. Looking to throw. Gomez. Now that'll be caught by Cup. And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. Now this looks like a roughing call. A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That is caught inside the 5. And the Rams are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. 1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. They run the counter. Jenkins. And he goes backwards on this one. Losing yardage to the 7. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Back to throw. Gomez. And this is going to be intercepted. Jalen Thompson picks it. And the Cardinals are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ballgame.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football, but at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Shotgun handoff to Brown here. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5. Well, this defense for the Rams, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Seattle.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but there are a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
That one goes for 8 yards. The Cardinals at 1-10 now on the year, and they come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well, because you play 2.5 months. You know you're ready for some time off in order to get prepared for the home stretch. In fact, when they looked at the schedule to start the season, I think they liked where their open week fell.
And going deep for Hill. This is intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Armour-Davis. And the Rams are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Jenkins. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down. Throw left side, complete to Cup. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. With these run-pass options, we often talk about a good quarterback and running back. Well, having a talented wide receiver helps also.
Yeah, even coming in 3rd in the discussion, sometimes that means he really should be first, because all you want to do is get the ball in their hands and let them make the big plays downfield.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. That'll be caught. It's Cup. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 28. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there, because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
They go play action here on first down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Trayvon Mullen. And the Cards are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They are losers of 2 straight coming into this Thursday night game. Is it more difficult, CD, when you take a losing streak into a quick turnaround game like this?
It certainly is, because you don't get time to work on the issues that you've had throughout the season that have caused you to have the record that you're having. You can't really get those set. So now you're trying to minimize those and maximize what you've been doing well. And I remember a game recently where one of the assistant coaches said to the head coach, forget our running back rotation. This guy has a hot hand, and they rode him to a victory. Those are things you have to look out for in games like this. Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
No score after one on EA Sports. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Throwing now is Murray. He finds his man, complete. That's Cox. He's got room at the 30, and he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That's one heck of a third down conversion, a pickup of 39. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. On the option, here's Eckler. And a short gain here, down to the 22. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. This is a counter play. Eckler. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Murray now to throw. This will be caught by Brown. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. 3 yards all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. And that hits off the left upright, and it caroms away, no good. And this will remain a scoreless game.
Still searching for that first breakthrough, and I thought this might be it. But it's not to be, and we're still scoreless.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They currently sit 1 game over 500 thanks to their victory a week ago. But Charles, they've been really an up-and-down team all year. Do you think that they have enough to get into the playoffs?
Well, you did mention they've been up and down all year, so to me, depends on what week you catch them. When they're at their best, I think they're definitely playoff worthy. But to me, they haven't been able to bring the intensity week in and week out, and that could be their Achilles heel.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll lose yardage here. Going down back at the 28. A yard in the wrong direction. Makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
How many times do we hear that 3rd down may be the most important down in football, and there's no better example than what we just saw right there. Forced to scramble, knows where the 1st down marker is, dives for it, and gets it. What a big-time play, putting his body on the line to pick up a key 1st down.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. Pretty nice work defensively there on the 1st down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's the option. Running right. Nice pickup. 10 yards and a first down on the keeper.
Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, they're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point. This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick.
And the Cardinals are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started.
And they had lost 2 in a row prior to getting the open week last weekend, so potentially a chance for them to get away for a bit.
He's got a man, complete.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. It's so easy to focus on the speed and elusiveness of Kyler Murray, but as he shows right there, don't sleep on the arm strength.
So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Murray now on 1st down. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted.
And the Rams are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
If you're a lover of offense, this has not been the half for you thus far. Luckily for me, though, I'm sitting next to a lover of defense, and we have had plenty of that, including that interception.
Yeah, and I mean, that still makes it a great game, doesn't it? Everybody talks about if the ball's not in the end zone and points going up on the board, it's not as much fun. I love these defensive battles. Something's got to give with these turnovers. Who can convert them into points?
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big 3rd down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. To throw is Murray. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted.
Picked off by Channing Tindall.
And he will bring it back. It's an interception returned for a Rams touchdown.
Well, it turns out it's not their offense who gets him on the board first, CD. It's the defense coming through right there with a pick 6.
And I know from experience throughout the week when you go against the offense, you're challenging them all the time. You're letting them know, hey, don't worry about scoring this week. We'll take care of it. We'll get a few pick 6s and score ourselves. You're just kidding? But how about what he just did right there? Laid it out for the rest of the game. We scored. Hey, offense, can you keep up with us?
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started.
A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3, and take some momentum into the locker room. Murray's throw complete there to Johnson. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. It just appeared there that the defense, they had that read from the moment the ball was snapped. And not only did they get the interception, add a nice return on top of it, all the way into the end zone for a defensive touchdown.
Yeah, and the guy made the play. He gets the points. Got to be so excited. All the preparation time in the film room, it translated into a big play that put points on the board for them.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. It's caught inside the 10, and he gets in. But no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. It'll be the Cardinals who get the ball first. They trail here as we resume action in the third quarter. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. By no means certainly are they out of this contest. 2-score game start of the third quarter, but you feel like if they don't get points and then they give up points, then it can become a slippery slope. This feels like an important possession.
Yeah, and that slope becomes even more slick if you come away empty-handed on this drive, because then you give them a chance to extend their lead. You need some kind of points here, even if it's just a field goal. It's what I call one of those calming drives. Try and slow things down a little bit.
And the defense closes quickly there, and he'll get maybe a yard to the 33.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
They'll run on third down with Brown. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. Fourth down.
I know any coach would take 2nd and 3 all day. You think you're in pretty good shape. Instead, after 2 runs, though, they're at 4th and 1. Didn't pick it up.
Back-to-back 1-yard gains. This defense, the challenge was accepted. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And space tough to come by there as they'll get maybe a yard to the 37.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Like, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
On second down, here's the option. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49.
14 yards that time and a first down on the keeper.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up second down.
Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he's going to be met at about the 43. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And he is going to lose yardage here. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it.
Well, Charles, the NFL record is 66 yards. That was 5 shy of that, but only a handful of guys have ever connected from 61 or deeper, and he can add his name to the list.
Yeah, more and more guys are trying it. That doesn't mean the success rate has gone up. That is a long kick. Guaranteed, when he turns on his phone after the game, a ton of congratulatory texts will be awaiting him.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Another run for Brown on second down.
And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. A second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
The third down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points.
Now Murray. And now here is another interception.
Picked up by Trey Brown. And the Rams will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
They'll start following the interception in great field position at the 45.
A first down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory.
They just keep trying, but so far, finding no room for him to run.
None whatsoever. In fact, you run the numbers. He's under 3 yards a carry at the moment.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. From the gun, they'll try to run it.
That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. Not at all what they envisioned on third down. 3 yards in the wrong direction. Here comes the Rams punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. At their own 20-yard line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started.
It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 7 yards there and a first down. Murray now. And going deep for Hill. And my goodness, another interception.
Picked by Jeff Okudah. And the Rams are going to get the football back as time will run out in this third quarter of play.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Let's go now.
Gomez throwing to start the drive.
That's complete to his tight end, Freiermuth.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. 23 yards, the final tally.
Right.
Looking to throw. Gomez. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense can crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
I thought they were onto something with their play call and kind of went in reverse a little bit. Threw it on first down, then ran it on second down. Not successful either way. What play call do they come up with here on this important third down try?
3 yards on the keeper, and it's fourth down. So now the Rams send out the field goal team here from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And his kick here is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat.
So the completion good for 7 there, and that will bring up second down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
First down, Murray.
Again, it's Johnson.
And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a first down.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Here's Murray.
He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
To throw again on second down, Murray. And now here is another interception. Oh, they try a lateral on the return, and now the ball's loose. And I think they are going to get this one back. Well, that would have been something, double turnovers. But instead, they'll keep the possession on the INT.
As they say, this game hasn't exactly been one for the books. I mean, we're into the fourth quarter here, and now this happens, another turnover. not one that they're going to hold up and say, yeah, this has been a banner day.
Absolutely. Still sitting on 0. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams.
Pat Freiermuth with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Rams are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead.
Now the try here for the point after. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now.
Makes the score Rams 28, Cardinals nothing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Take it in at the 3. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory.
And my goodness, another interception.
Picked by Jeff Okudah.
And he will bring it back. It's an interception returned for a Rams touchdown. Now the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Score Rams 35, Cardinals nothing.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
Taking it about the 1.
And deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
There's never a good place on the field to fumble the ball. Let's just call it as it is.
But definitely not in your own red zone.
In your own red zone, it's heightened, isn't it? Because you're almost automatically giving up a score and the momentum, and everything just changes for your team.
Yeah, so the kickoff fumble, now great field position. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 7. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is going to lose yardage here. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. And this one is right through, and that will extend their lead even further. So he remains perfect, 3 for 3 in the field goal department.
And it's so important for any offense to have an ace like him up their sleeve, isn't it? Because now you know what his range is, and as soon as your offense gets there, you're pretty much counting on 3 points going up on the board.
And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this fourth quarter.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
40 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
They held him in check in the first half, but that's his longest carry of the game right there.
So would this be the definition of fresh legs since he didn't get much done in the first half? Now he has a great opportunity. He's taking full advantage of it.
They go right back to the ground here, and Brown. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Right back to Brown. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. So the L.A. Rams were the victory here. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for L.A., the win moves them a couple games over 500 now at 7-5. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week, where they take on the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for Arizona, not much more to say. They dropped to 1-11, and they'll try to get